Hello. Okay, let me read this out, then I will remove this. So, the first question is, yes, Abhijit, this is the best way to repay all the Gurkha soldiers who have sacrificed their lives for India. They have fought two wars before retirement, and you thank them for the service by invading their homeland. And Swadesh Karki says, I am from Nepal, currently in the US. It's a long couple of paragraphs. What he's saying is that in Nepal, there are very limited people who understand all this, and their minds have been completely brainwashed, and so on. Yes. Okay. So I had said in one of last week's live streams that in case China invades Taiwan, India needs to secure Nepal and Sri Lanka. That's what I had said. And it looks like many people have interpreted this as me trying to say that India needs to invade and occupy Nepal. See, let's understand the India Nepal relationship. This gentleman mentioned the Gurkha soldiers. Let's understand the India Nepal relationship. It is a privileged relationship. India and Nepal have an open border. Indians don't need a visa to go to Nepal. Nepalese people don't need a visa to come to India. The border is open. You can just walk in and walk out. The citizens of Nepal have the right to come to India, work in India, and live in India as long as they want, their whole life if they want. They have the right to do this. They have the privilege of doing this. And the citizens of Nepal have the privilege, have the right to serve in the Indian armed forces, in the Indian army, in the defense of India. That is a privilege that only the citizens of Nepal have. Citizens of any other country don't have any of these privileges. We don't have an open border with Pakistan, Afghanistan. Afghanistan is out of the question temporarily. We don't have an open border with Pakistan, with Bangladesh, Burma, Sri Lanka, anything. Only the Nepalese citizens have these rights and privileges, and vice versa. It works both ways. So it's a privileged relationship. We have an open border, right? And so I will be perfectly happy if Nepal remains an independent country in this manner for the rest of eternity. I said India needs to secure Nepal's territorial integrity because we know what the Chinese have been doing. They have taken over the whole of Tibet. They are biting at Arunachal. They are taking bites out of Bhutan. They're taking bites out of all of their neighbors. They will, in the case of a conflict with India, try to use Nepalese territory to make incursions into India. They will not respect Nepal's territorial integrity or sovereignty. And like the other gentleman said, Nepalese have been brainwashed today, right? And the roots of that lie in the regime change that was done in the 1990s when the Maoists came to power and the Nepalese monarchy was destroyed, right? And after the Maoists came into power, the entire brainwashing of youngsters started. And today it looks like lots of Nepalese have a very strong anti-India sentiment. Let me tell you guys something, my Nepalese friends, in case you're watching. We are the same people. The Nepalese are the descendants of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, right? And so are the Indians. I mean, I believe that one of the previous Nepalese prime ministers even tried to claim that Lord Ram was born in Nepal and so on. So we are the same people. Indians are the descendants of the Mauryans. So are the Nepalese. We're the same people. We have an open border. Let it remain the way it is. India doesn't have any ambitions to take away Nepal's sovereignty. I think Nepal has done very well. It has, in some ways, been able to preserve its culture better than India. I think it would be best if India doesn't dump socialism and secularism on Nepal, right? So India needs to secure Nepal's territorial integrity and sovereignty in case of any Chinese misadventure. That's all I was saying. And the same goes for Sri Lanka. Indians like to talk about these days about AkandaBharat. AkandaBharat doesn't need to be a single monolithic empire. It can be a confederation of allied states who all share the same culture and civilization. It doesn't mean that they have to be under one single political dispensation, right? So we can have a United States of Akhand Bharat with a number of independent sovereign states within them, but who all share the same culture and civilization in the long run, not today, tomorrow, next week. So please understand that I do not have I am not recommending that India should invade Nepal and take away Nepal's sovereignty. Nepal is doing very well on its own, and we have an excellent, open, privileged relationship with Nepal. Why can't it continue the same way? If Tibet had been independent, we would have had most likely a similar kind of relationship with Tibet as well, with open borders and so on and so forth. Maybe when the world is a better place, we can have that too. But please understand, my Nepalese friends, we have no ambitions of taking over Nepal. We just want Nepal to stay secure and sovereign and independent. And please understand this: China is not your friend. China is not the friend of the Nepalese people or the Nepalese nation. It's not.